This video is brought to you by the good people over at Creative Cave.
A home for content creators. It's a place where creators can come in and work on their solo projects or collaborations just like ours.
So if you're looking for a space to shoot your next branded deal, edit your videos, or even a home base for your next business, make sure to go to creativecave.com.au.
And find the promo codes below: AMAXCC for a half day, AMAXCC2 for a full day.
More information in the description below. That's exclusive. Yo, what's up, everyone? You're tuning into AMAs at Creative Cave. I'm AJ.
I'm RENNY SYMF.
And today we got Fresh the Lion in the house.
Let's go!
If you were starting out right now, how would you navigate these waters, this culture, man?
Well, actually, no. I think I would. So what I was doing when I was 14, 15 was what kids are doing now. Like what cats are doing now. Like, and I say kids, like I'm still, young, you know what I mean? But like when I was 14, 15, like I was making tracks every day and I was uploading them to, so, now it's like Spotify. You can upload direct to Spotify and you can distribute and you got SoundCloud and all that sort of stuff. I was uploading it to, there was a website called SoundClick.
I thought you were going to say MySpace for a second.
I have MySpace too. But I had SoundClick, which was like, so it had charts and stuff like that for hip hop and beats and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, right.
And different genres. I'm pretty sure it was SoundClick and MySpace. But I was uploading like just song after song after song. Like I was pumping stuff out. Like And so before I released the one album, I had already done like 4 or 5 mixtapes and like 3 EPs. And those were tracks that made those projects. I had all these tracks that didn't make those projects. So I had like a stack load of content, and I just was like, so pre-internet hustle, I bought my own printer so I could like print directly onto the CD. And so I would make my own artwork, put it all together, and then I would hand them out, whether it was at school or if I got gigs or whatever. I'd make little promo cards eventually when you could just point people to a web link, and I'd stand out the front of a gig and like hand them out. So I was like, it was the same hustle, but it was a different application. Now it's a lot more digital, right?
Yeah, so that's sort of my follow-up to that is, that was then. What's Fresh doing? Because the reality is that you're not just starting out. You know what I mean? You've been doing this, you know. Yeah. So what does Fresh do now to sort of grow, change, evolve with the time? And
yeah, man, like it's a combination of both. Like I think that real world, I shouldn't say real world, but the offline stuff, like I still think is super important.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's where like meaningful connections are, I think, sustained and like taken to a whole other level is in the offline space. Because in the online you can do great things, but there's a different feeling when you're face to face with a person that you may have had a conversation with for 5 years online and they've been a fan for so long, but like when you connect in person finally, it's like it just takes that to a whole other level, So I always think about the combination of both, and it's like, okay, well, how can I utilize my strengths in both? What are my strengths? And then, so, a lot of it for me is the live show. So it's like, how can I, constantly just put myself in a position where I'm performing? Yeah, for sure. And then that way, people will want to remain connected online, and then, they have all the channels that they can stay connected through.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm constantly just thinking about, storytelling and ways of telling the story, like not just the song. So the song is like what grabs people, but then it's like, what else can you build around it to keep people, checking in with what you're doing and what the song's about and what the messages are and all that sort of stuff. So, I'm constantly thinking about different ways of how we tell stories, and it's not just the same every single time. Because the game's changing like every week, so like it changes so quick, so you just have to constantly be finding ways to apply your strengths in different ways,
So look, by the time this video drops, right, it's going to be in the near future. As of today, present day, during this shoot, you've released a song, and you've also announced a tour. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, man. I dropped a new single. It's called Born to Stand Out. and the tour that goes with it is a small East Coast tour, Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane. It's happening in October. Man, I'm excited. Like I've been performing a bit here and there, but we haven't done a tour for like a minute. So, I'm excited to get back out on the road with my band. We got 6 of us in the band. And rock a lot of new songs, man. Like I'm sitting on an album, so like we just want to like perform some new stuff for people, which I'm like mad excited about. I just want people to be able to mess with the new stuff that we got going, and get a feel for that. So the tour is gonna be exciting for that reason. But the song, man, the new song's out today. We're mad excited about it. It's a different energy. It's definitely like on that empowerment tip, but it's fun. Like
it's dope.
It's a
man.
lot of
it's
fun.
Dope, yeah.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
appreciate it. It was a lot of fun to record too. And we shot the clip for it in Goa, which I don't know by the time this video drops whether we will have put the video out yet or not. But if not, then just keep checking for it.
That's it. That's right. And also, just really quickly, I want to do the reverse of what you said. So, you're writing an album about what you'd tell young you, right? Can you leave a message for the future you when this video drops and when you're on tour? Just send a little message for yourself. What would you tell future El Fresh?
Oh, you mean for the tour in October, or are you talking about like 5-10 years from now? Like
the one in October.
Oh, the one in October. Yeah. Shit, October's around the corner, bro. Man, you better be ready. You better not have slept on your practice, bro. You know what I mean?
I thought I was gonna come on some like, listen, man. You worked hard. Stay calm. There he is. We're like, you better be ready, man.
No, I will say this though. Like on a serious note, like, don't be distracted. And I say that because like the last tour I did, right, which was the Become album tour, which is like going back 2 or 3 years now. It was like a 13-14 city tour, and I was having a whole bunch of stuff going on, like just behind the scenes, in terms of like things just weren't going to plan at all, in terms of how like just the whole kind of management relationship and just the way things were panning out in the lead up to the tour, to the point where like when the tour started, like we didn't even have, for example, the following week booked in terms of flights and accommodation and all that sort of stuff. And we had like 14 dates, man. So I was like, man, so like I had to take over and manage the whole thing, to the point where like the only time I could actually think about what I was going to do on stage was when I was on stage, like, and it really made it like not a fun tour to do for me. Like it was, and there was so many things that, because I had to do so much shit, that there were also things that I missed out on. You know what I mean? Like, for example, the fine detail stuff, which is like enjoying the tour enough or speaking to your fans enough where you can kind of have that build up for them to really vibe with the moments with you when you're on the road and stuff like that. So I couldn't do any of that, and that took me away from what I love to do the most, which is be on stage and performing.
Yeah, for sure.
So like, that's not gonna happen this time around. I know that's not gonna happen. We're in so much better position.
Better be ready,
but yeah, we ready.
That's crazy, man. Thank you so much for coming down, chatting to us.
Yeah,
I feel like 1,000 times smarter now. I feel like got some great insights. Hopefully stick around for 5-10 more minutes. Just to kind of chat with us.
Yeah, no doubt.
But unfortunately, it's all the time that we have today.
No doubt, man.
And man, thank you so much for coming on. This has been AMAs at Creative Cave. I'm Renny Symph.
And I'm AJ. We got El Fresh the Lion, baby.
Hey, man, I appreciate what you guys are doing, man, building this platform.
Thank you, man.
And I wish you both nothing but the best, the entire team, man. Like, seeing this coming from the area is dope, and anything I can do to support, man, please let me know, because I'm
going to cop a jersey. I'm going to cop a hoodie after this. That's what I'm going to do.
Respect.
That's a wrap.
What up? You're watching AMAs at Creative Cave. Such a dope vibe. Make sure you check the links in the description. Subscribe, like, share, do all that shit. You know what to do. My name's El Fresh the Lion. It's been nothing but a pleasure to be here. Make sure you check in with these guys again and again, because what they're doing is dope. Much love, much peace.